don't know if you knew this or not, but they do catering, and it's fully customizable. You know, the kind of flavors or whatever you need, and they bring everything you need with them. Delivered, set up, ready to eat. Your guests, all they have to do is just kind of build their own bowl or nachos or salads or whatever. They can do that all right there, and they bring all the stuff for you. It would be a great way to get the food situation taken care of at your holiday party. It'd be a great idea. Plus, if you got folks on your Christmas list that love Qdoba, well, get them a gift card. And if you buy it, here's the thing. You could buy that for yourself and get a $10 digital bonus card on top of that because you're going to eat there anyway. So go ahead and have the gift card. It's already paid for. You just walk in, you give them the gift card, plus you get that extra bonus with the $10 bonus digital card on top of your $50 gift card. You can get those either in-store or online at Qdoba.com. The Qdoba pregame show continues here from Otis Denny Gymnasium. Again, Brad Munson here, Paducah Tilghman Basketball on Super Talk. Glad to have you along with us on a Tuesday night. Ladies got their first win last night down at Fulton City. See if the boys can do the same tonight. They showed some signs. There's a lot of athleticism on this team. There's a lot of talent on this team. It's a matter of kind of putting it all together. And sometimes when you open the season against a team that's played a couple of games and they're as disciplined as the Carlisle County team is, that can present some problems. It did on Friday night, but like I said, I think there's some flashes there. There's some stuff to build on. And this might be the night to get things going, especially here in front of the home crowd, because they're not going to get to be in front of this crowd again until January 13th. The women won't be here until January 10th. That'll be their first home game. Will be on January 10th, coming up here at Otis Denny Gymnasium. The men, they'll be on the road Friday and Saturday. Friday's game, I've got a scheduling conflict, and I will not be able to be at that one. That hopefully will be the only one all season that we have an issue with. But that one, I will not be there on Friday at Carbondale when they go up there. But I will be back with the team on Saturday in Beaver Dam at the Beaver Dam Tourism Classic at Ohio County High School when the Tornado take on Owensboro Apollo. That comes up again on Saturday evening, and we'll have that one for you right here on Super Talk. Of course, our next broadcast will be Tornado Talk tomorrow night from 6 to 7 right here. On Friday night, Avery Thompson and Charlie Wolfram really led the way for Paducah Tilghman, the two sophomores. Wolfram had 14 points in that game. Avery Thompson had 11. Kalen Skinner had 9 points. Elijah Dabney had 6. Jackson Lee had 6 as well for the Tornado. So kind of spread it out a little bit. On the flip side, in the one real scoring report or stat report that we have for Henderson County after their two games, they're 1-1. Was Xavier Johnson, the junior, 24 points in that in the first game they played this season. And that game, and I don't have their schedule in front of me, but they the one game they did play, or that I do have a stat report for, he had 24 points in the game, but it was a big drop-off to Braden Williams, the senior, who was their second leading scorer with only 6 points in that game. They got the win in that first matchup. That was against a school from, I believe it was Castle in Indiana is who they beat, which is over in the Evansville area. And then they played that team out of Missouri in the grind session and got beat here in this building. So we'll see if we can keep that streak going. But that's that's kind of a look at what Tyler Smithhart's Henderson County Colonels look like. They're in the 6th district of the 2nd region. Shooting-wise, they shoot about 33% from the field. At least in that first game, they only shot about 18% from three-point range, and they were about 67% from the line. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of that. We're about 9.5 minutes away from tip-off here at Otis Denny Gymnasium. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back and get you set to go. It's all straight ahead as the Qdoba pregame show rolls on here on Super Talk.
The holidays are upon us, and Qdoba Mexican Eats has you covered. Whether that's enjoying a savory, loaded tortilla soup, back for a limited time, or giving the gift of flavor with a Qdoba gift card. Ring in the holidays with friends, family, and flavorful food from Qdoba. Don't forget Wednesdays from 6 to 7 during Tornado Talk presented by Qdoba. You can enjoy the Coach's Show special. Any entree and a drink for only $10.99 at Qdoba.
McDonald's is serving a lot of treats right now. A special Grinch meal goes on sale on December 2nd, and there's a surprise giveaway included that you do not want to miss. And peppermint mochas are back, but not for a long time, so get yours today. And is Christmas shopping getting stressful? McDonald's Arch Cards are the perfect gifts. They're always the right color and always fit. So let your friends at McDonald's help you finish your gift shopping in record time. The Grinch, the peppermint mocha, and easy gift shopping all in one place. What could be better at McDonald's? At Paducah Public Schools, our slogan is success by design, not by chance. Whatever we do, from meal planning to bus routes to lesson plans to building designs, our guiding light is to intentionally build things that maximize the opportunity for student success. To schedule a visit for your child, call 270-444-5600. That's 270-444-5600. Paducah Public Schools, building a better Paducah. Flooring America, 5150 Heartland Drive is proud to bring you high school sports. Flooring America carries a full line of residential and commercial carpet, vinyl, laminate area rugs, and custom tile. Right now, they have closeout porcelain tile at just 99 cents a foot. Their professional installers are fully insured. It's not just about offering one of the area's largest selection of quality floor coverings. It's about making sure you're absolutely thrilled with the outcome of your choice. For integrity, quality, and professional service, it's Flooring America, 5150 Heartland Drive, or flooringamerica.com.
At Lee's Heating and Air, they promise when you call them, you'll get the very best. An honest assessment of your problem and what you need. Then they'll do the right thing for you, whether it's emergency service, regular maintenance, including cleaning dryer vents to reduce fire threat, or partnering with your business. Just like Bryant Heating and Cooling System says, whatever it takes. That's a promise for everyone at Lee's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable at the best price. That's Lee's Heating and Air. Like them on Facebook or see more at leesheatingandair.com. That's leesheatingandair.com.
Locally owned, family operated, and committed to supporting this community and its future, James Marine is all that and more. JMI has locations in Kentucky, Louisiana, and Alabama that offer job variety and opportunities for growth in the inland river transportation industry. Find your new career at jamesmarine.com. James Marine is an equal opportunity employer, including disability and protected veteran status, and they are proud to share in the excellence and tradition of Paducah Tilghman sports.
When it comes to opening a new bank account, I have very high opening requirements. Amazingly, F&B Bank's Your Start Bundle Checking Plus Savings pulls out all the stops. A 2.25% APY on your first $15,000, free nationwide ATMs, a great mobile app, and more. Hey, when you need a bank that complies with your terms, it's not about small print. It's your big goals and dreams. Get your start at F&B. APY is annual percentage yield. Standard rate of 0.20% APY will apply to balances over $15,000. See bank for terms and conditions. F&B Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball
On Super Talk.
Back here in a very loud Otis Denny Gymnasium. The band cranked up down to my left. Both teams on the floor warming up, getting set for this one. We're just about 5 minutes away from lineups and the tip-off of this one between Paducah Tilghman and Henderson County. Glad to have you along with us, Brad Munson, here on Super Talk. We'll have games all season long. Like I said, Friday is the only one that I see on the schedule right now where there's a conflict. Now, there are going to be some times when the boys and the girls are playing in two different places where we may have to make a choice. And we'll talk about that as we go through. There's a couple of trips to Tennessee after Christmas. Over the Christmas break, the boys are going to be in Ripley, Tennessee. The girls are going to be in Dover, Tennessee. We'll try to cover at least some of both of those trips, and that may mean having one game over the other. But we'll do our best to try to keep it even. We'll try to keep it where everybody gets covered as best we can, and we'll do it. Kind of only one man working through this as we get going here in the 2025-2026 basketball season. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an exciting one. I think there's a lot to build on with both teams and so we'll try to get try to take care of both groups, whether it be the girls and their families and fans, or the boys and their families and fans, and the crossover between the two. We'll try to take care of everybody as best we can as we go through the course of the season. So it's going to be a good one tonight. We're taking a look at some of the numbers once again from Henderson County in that first game of the season against Castle there in Indiana. We told you about Xavier Johnson, the junior, had 24 points in the game. Shot 60% from the floor on 9 of 15 shooting. So he was kind of lights out. He was 2 for 2 from 3-point range, and he was 4 for 4 from the line. So pretty nice line for him on the night. He even picked up 4 rebounds. Braden Williams, the senior, was the leading rebounder with 7. 7, 5, 4, a couple of 3 rebounders in there, so they were kind of spreading that around a little bit as well. From the free throw line, Jamarian Isbell was 2 for 2 as well in that. As far as the 3-point shooting, we told you Johnson was 2 for 2. Malachi Taylor was 1 of 3 from 3-point range, so they didn't shoot many. They only made 3 3-pointers in that game, so not going to be, at least in a small sample size, not a team dependent on 3-point shooting. They do have some size, and they do have they've got numbers anyway. They've got some similar numbers to Paducah Tilghman, maybe a few more of those maroon jerseys down there on their end of the floor as they shoot here with about 2 minutes to go here before this one starts. Henderson County squeaked out a 3-point win in the JV game earlier. That was 50-47, the final score in that one. It was a good one. It went right down to the wire. Some free throws late by Henderson County gave them the 3-point margin in that one. We'll keep you up to date on some scores from around the area. And one of note, UK leading North Carolina Central 84-52. They're up 32 points on them with 7:47 to play in the second half of that game. Apparently there was a timeout earlier in that first half, and a couple of timeouts that Mark Pope had some choice things to say to his unit, and sparked a 16-0 run for Kentucky to kind of pull out that lead. So, maybe they'll find their way. I think for people to feel like this win meant something, they're going to have to beat North Carolina Central pretty handily. It's probably going to have to be 40 or more. But we'll keep an eye on that for you. There's a big doubleheader going on down at the Eagles Nest at Graves County, as Graves and Callaway, both boys and girls, are playing down there. We'll try to find some scores from that. Carlisle County is over at Marshall County tonight as well. And so that was just a boys-only game. We'll see what happens there. And an interesting tilt on Thursday night. We're off here, so if you want to see a good one on Thursday night, it's a boys-girls doubleheader over at Marshall County with McCracken. I got a chance to see them over the weekend, and they are deep and they are good. They would be, if I was a betting man right now, they would be my odds-on favorite here in the first region. They're going to be tough. As we wind down these final seconds here of the, halftime between games, as we get you set to go here, we'll wrap up the Qdoba pregame show. We'll come back in just a minute. We've got our opening prayer from Broadway Church of Christ right now. We'll do that. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the starting lineups after this here on Super Talk.
God Almighty, thank you so much for today. Thank you for the opportunities we've had today to live a life that glorifies you. Father, we're so thankful for the love that you have for us. We're thankful for the creation that surrounds us. We're thankful for the people that you've put in our life. Father, we're thankful for opportunities we have each day to glorify you and how we live our lives. Father, we're so thankful for your Son. We're thankful for the sacrifice that he made on the cross for our sins. Father, tonight as we get ready to have this game before us, Father, please be with the players. Father, please keep them safe, give them strength, help them to have high moral standards. Father, be with the referees and the coaches and everybody who's involved. Father, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity and the enjoyment of being able to watch these sports. Father, please be with our country, be with our nation. Father, be with those who can't find you. And Father, please put people in their lives that can lead them to you and to know your love. Father, we're so thankful that you love us. Father, please keep us safe. Help us have a good night. We love you so much. And it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
When you work hard, the tools you use are just part of life. The way you get from one place to another, or a job well done. And when it's time to bring your tool set up to the next level, like trading in that old truck for something new, Seaplant Federal Credit Union is right there with you with fast and easy financing. Get pre-approved and value your trade without even leaving the house. Being a member of Seaplant makes the banking side of things exactly as it should be. Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Banking for real life. Member NCUA. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on News Talk 94.3.
Now here come the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the PA. Henderson County. So starting lineups for Henderson County. Make out that as well as I wanted to. See if we can pick this up. The hype video plays here. At Otis Denny. Tell you the starters for Henderson County. Xavier Johnson, the junior, wearing number 2. Braden Williams, the senior, wearing number 25. Zayden Martin, a junior, wearing number 4. Another junior wearing number 1, Amari Stewart. And number 5, another junior, Jaron Byram. That's your starting 5 for the Colonels. Hype video wraps, and we'll get the starting lineups for your Paducah Tilghman Tornado. Warren Carruthers into the starting lineup for Paducah Tilghman, wearing number 1 tonight. Avery Thompson, wearing number 2. Marion Perdaman, junior, number 15 for Paducah Tilghman. Aiden Forthman, senior, gets his introduction wearing number 3. And Elijah Dabney, who had 6 points in that game against Carlisle County, will open up at the center position for Paducah Tilghman tonight. And I believe he will jump against number 1, Amari Stewart. So we get set to go here. Dabney, Thompson, Forthman, Perdaman, and Warren Carruthers in the lineup tonight. Carruthers available tonight. John Lockridge available tonight as well. Those have both been added to the roster by Coach David Davis. Hopefully we'll catch him after the game. The tip is up, controlled by Paducah Tilghman. Forthman works it to the right side. Working against the 2-3 zone to Thompson. Thompson back out to Carruthers. Kind of almost lost the pass. He's working on the right wing. And a wild cross-court pass to Thompson. Sailed on him and got out of bounds. It'll go back to Henderson County. So an empty possession to open things up for Paducah Tilghman. Henderson County coming back the other way. They're in the maroon with the white letters and numbers. Paducah Tilghman in the home whites with the blue trim down the sides, the blue numbers. Three-pointer from the corner from the far side. That was Byram. He missed it. Rebound Paducah Tilghman, and Forthman gets the outlet pass. He comes up and gives it to Carruthers. He'll back out, sort of try to set the offense. Get it to Forthman, back to Carruthers. Carruthers tried to drive into the lane, lost his footing. Then he tried to go with the baseline cut. Thompson wasn't there yet and went out of bounds, and it goes back to Henderson County. Xavier Johnson will bring it up for Henderson County. Thompson working on him. He gets across the timeline, gets it down the left side to Stewart. It was taken away. Knocked away by Avery Thompson, and it goes out of bounds, and Henderson County gets it back. Johnson with it in the backcourt. A little bit of pressure from Thompson. Tried to back tip it. He does. Gets it to Carruthers. Back to Thompson, who went up and had the ball knocked away out of bounds. Stays with Paducah Tilghman. Nice pass. The back tip went right to Carruthers. It goes to Carruthers here. He takes a little step in. Tries to drive. Gets it back to Thompson. Thompson puts it on the floor. Takes his man. Goes down the right side of the lane. Puts up the layup. No good. Rebound by Henderson County. Johnson in the double team over on the far corner, splits it, gets the ball into Zayden Martin, and he's fouled. First foul of the ball game. Foul is going to be on Carruthers. That's his first, team first. Still no score, 6:25 to play here in the game as we get started. Couple of empty possessions that just kind of didn't get in their rhythm in their offense, did Tilghman, but a couple of opportunities that just didn't fall now. So back the other way comes Henderson County. They get it in the middle to the big man, kicked out to Byram, cross court. They get it to Johnson. He's back, the three-pointer on the way, no good. Tapped around, Carruthers comes out with it. Byram couldn't knock down the three, and Carruthers into front court with a man on him. Split some defenders, threw up a wild shot, no good. But a foul drawn inside. Foul is going to be on for 25, Braden Williams. That's his first. I'll put Dabney at the line. He'll have two. Hits the first one. So Paducah Tilghman draws first blood. They're on the board first here in this one at the 5:58 mark with a free throw. This is the second one off the front end. Rebound by Henderson County. Herdeman almost took it away from him. Johnson gets it up to Byram in the front court. Byram cross court to Stewart. Stewart backs it out almost into a double team. They tried to go inside, knocked away by Herdeman, and Carruthers has it. He moves into front court. Tried to go zip pass down to the baseline, taken away by Johnson. Johnson comes the other way for Henderson County, drives down the lane, drops it underneath to Zayden Martin, who was down on the baseline, who put it up and in for Henderson County. 2-1 to score. Thompson gets it up to Dabney. Dabney tries to get it to Perdaman. He does. He goes up with a shot, no good, but he's fouled. Shooting foul for Perdaman, and that's going to be on Zayden Martin. That's his first for Henderson County. So Perdaman will go to the line. First free throw from him. Front of the rim, back of the rim, off the rim. No good on that first one, and a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout as Paducah Tilghman wants to talk about it. 2-1 the score. Henderson County on top, 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. Back with more in a minute here on Super Talk.
The Paducah Innovation Hub is building a better Paducah by helping students gain the knowledge, soft skills, and job training they need to succeed. Call us at 270-444-5600 to find out more about how we can help your business grow. That's 270-444-5600. Again, that's 270-444-5600. The Paducah Innovation Hub, building a better Paducah.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on News Talk 94.3.
Team's coming back out on the floor after the timeout. Starters still on the floor for Paducah Tilghman. It's Forthman, Carruthers, Perdaman, Thompson, and Dabney. Perdaman is at the line. He's got 2 free throws coming. First free throw on the way. Actually, it was the second one, my bad. He missed the first one, hit the second one. So tie ball game, 2 apiece. Johnson tries to get it up in the double team as Tilghman applies some pressure. Get it over to Stewart. He does finally get it across into front court. Martin to Johnson. Johnson takes it on the dribble down the left side. Cross court pass to Martin. Back out. They get it to Johnson again in that left corner, working on Carruthers. Nowhere to go. Move the ball around that perimeter pretty well. Not had anything for their big man inside. Johnson with it. Kick it down to Stewart, who will try the 3 from the left corner, and he knocks it down. Amari Stewart with the 3 for Henderson County. Carruthers pass up to Thompson. Thompson steps to the wing. Layup no good. Tried to put it off the glass. Did not fall. Back the other way it comes Henderson County. Wild pass off the bottom of the backboard. That's going to be out of bounds, so it will be Tilghman ball, even though Aiden Forthman came up with it. They tried to zip it underneath the basket. Forthman will bring it up under some pressure. They get it to Thompson on the left side. He's bumped. Pass back out to Forthman. He'll take a 15-foot jumper from the free throw line and knock it down. Aiden Forthman, first field goal of the game for Paducah Tilghman. They trail 5-4 here with 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Stewart for Henderson County gets it into the corner. Another 3, no good. This time rebound by Martin. He tries to go up with it, goes back up with it, finally gets it to fall down. This is Aiden Martin with another basket for Henderson County. Forthman lost it. Actually was bounced off of one of the Henderson County players, goes into back court so they can go back and get it. Carruthers gets it to Perdaman in the right corner for the 3, no good. Rebound by Stewart. I'm sorry, Johnson. Johnson pushing for Henderson County. He was on that right wing. Back out to Byram, to Stewart now. Stewart works it down the left side of the double team. Lost the handle. It went out of bounds, but they say, I guess it was tipped away, maybe by Forthman, and it'll stay with Henderson County. Henderson County will have the ball out of bounds on the near side. Subs in for Henderson County. Henderson County with it. They get it to Johnson. Johnson's going to be the man the offense goes through, although Stewart moving it around as well. Isabel in the game for Henderson County. Stewart has it now on the left side. He gets it back to Isabel. Had to climb the ladder to get it. He's not very tall. Taken away by Wolfram, who's in for Paducah Tilghman. He tried to lay it off for Perdaman. Wasn't there. Got away, and it's taken away by Henderson County. They get it back into front court. Stewart has it on the right wing now. Wolfram in there, chasing him. Isabel gets it to Johnson. Johnson on the baseline, nowhere to go. Cross court, couple of quick passes. Martin goes in, tries to lay it off the glass, no good. Dabney with the rebound. The outlet pass to Wolfram, it's too long, and he has to save it in. Back to Henderson County. They come running the other way. Right past Perdaman is Isabel, and he lays it off the glass and good. Went by him on the right side and got a quick layup there. He's a quick one. They get it to Wolfram on the right side. He tried to go with the pass inside to Forthman. He was deflected out of bounds. Jackson Lee comes in, replacing Dabney for Paducah Tilghman. So it's Lee and Thompson, Perdaman, Wolfram, and Forthman Forthman takes the pass inbound deep in backcourt. They'll work it up for Henderson County. Thompson got bumped as he was trying to make the pass, and it got away. Now taken back by Tilghman. Forthman steals the pass, the interception, back-tipped. Henderson County has it. Johnson comes the other way. It's like a tennis match. Johnson lays it up off the glass, and good. First points of the game for Xavier Johnson for Henderson County. 11-4 is the score here with Henderson County on top. Minute 44 to play here in the quarter. Wolfram to Forthman. Tilghman just hasn't been able to get into their offensive set. And when they've had a chance to run, haven't been able to do anything with it. Forthman pulls up from about 16, no good. Rebound Henderson County. In trouble, just being bothered in there is the Henderson County player. He takes a step, kicks it, and it ends up in the front row. Pass was deflected. I don't even have a 21 on my roster for them. That's Alex Xavier Jones is who that is for Henderson County. Write that name down. Henderson County gets it in. He'll try the three from the right wing, no good. Put back up and in by Malachi Taylor. With a minute to go in the quarter, it's 13-4. Arthur now into the game for Paducah Tilghman, along with Skinner. Skinner has it around the top to Wolfram, to Jackson Lee. He'll fire a long three and knocks it down. Jackson Lee hits a deep three-pointer, basically being hugged by Jamarian Isabel of Henderson County. Henderson County back the other way. Isabel running the point. It's it on the near side. They whip it around the outside, and the corner three is good from Landon Smith into the game for Henderson County. Landon Smith knocks down a three. And Arthur getting hounded by Travis Little, who's in the game now for Henderson County. So Wolfram will check out. Lockridge is in the game for Paducah Tilghman, as is Tavius Jackson. Tried to go cross court, pass intercepted by Henderson County. They'll drop it down on the baseline and they'll reset. They're looking for a three. Baseline drive up and in for Travis Little, who knocks one down, and it's 18-7 at the end of quarter number one. Henderson County on top. Paducah Tilghman looking for some answers. We'll have more coming up as we start the second quarter right after this here on Super Talk.
James Marine Inc. is a proud sponsor of Paducah Tilghman Sports. If you want job variety with opportunities for career growth, JMI fits you with locations in Kentucky, Louisiana, and Alabama. James Marine is an equal opportunity employer, including disability and protected veteran status, and they're currently looking for welders, electricians, deckhands, and more. Join their team, jamesmarine.com, a proud sponsor of Paducah Tilghman Sports.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on Super Talk.
Straight up in here, I can't even myself think. And that's a cool thing. That's a cool advantage for Tilghman here in this gym. Is the sound in here is it gets loud and it makes for an exciting atmosphere. A nice night here in Paducah. Tilghman trying to find some answers here. It's Carruthers back into the game, as is Forthman, Perdaman, Jackson, and Thompson, who line up as they go back to starters for Henderson County, as well as Zayden Martin makes a move toward the basket, gets fouled. That foul is going to be on Jackson. That's his first, team first of the quarter. Martin will go to the line for Henderson County. He'll have two, misses the first one. more coming here. So we're just underway in the second quarter. Misses them both. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson gets it out to Carruthers, who's pushing it the other way. Jackson fell down. Ball was knocked away from Carruthers, and it bounced off the top of his foot and went out of bounds. It's going to go back to Henderson County. Johnson for Henderson County will bring it up. No pressure from Tilghman. He gets it into front court. Tilghman drops back in man. Johnson works it around, gets it to Martin, gets it out high to Williams. Williams, he gets it to Johnson. He looks like he took an extra step, spins down into the lane, knocked away, and Forthman comes out with it for Tilghman. Forthman pushing it up behind the back dribble, working around the top, gets it to Carruthers on the right side. They go to Perdaman on the left wing. Perdaman looking for help. Got a man all over him. Thought about the three, but they closed out quickly. They get it to Carruthers. Carruthers tries to go to Forthman in the corner down the baseline. He dribbles down the baseline and is blocked there by Braden Williams. Williams draws his, picks up his second foul as he basically, it was like a wall down there on the baseline. It'll be inbounded from the baseline. Carruthers tries to go down the lane to Forthman. He had Jackson standing beside him, who was open, and Forthman was making the cut down the lane, trying to get to the basket, and too many maroon jerseys in there. They put it into Jackson this time, and Carruthers will pop the three from the corner. No good. Rebound by Henderson County. Henderson County pushes the other way. They get across the timeline. Working against Carruthers is Stewart. Stewart gets it to Johnson. Johnson to Stewart on the left side now. Stewart will drive to the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Williams. Goes to Martin. Martin pull-up jumper from about, it's Byram rather. Pull-up jumper from about 16 feet. They go the other way quickly. The outlet pass to Perdaman as he got behind the defense. Jamarian Perdaman with his first field goal of the game. 20-9. It's an 11-point lead for Henderson County here with 6 minutes to play in the quarter. Carruthers tried to knock it away. He does, but it goes out of bounds. There was some contact there. Mari Stewart for Henderson County wanted a foul. Stewart will trigger. Gets it into Johnson, who tries to work down the left side. Perdaman cuts him off. Johnson will dribble back around toward the center circle. Way out up top, looking for a screen. Gets one. Switch with Forthman. Jackson guarding down in the corner. Stops that run, but they get to the baseline. Shot up, no good. Jackson disturbed it, blocked it, but a three from the outside from Byram. He gets his second field goal. He's got 5 points, and he knocks down the three. Perdaman back the other way in the corner. Has it taken away as he was trying to make a move toward the basket. Foul on Perdaman coming back the other way as Zayden Martin was trying to cut it back to the middle. Jackson will check out. Dabney will check back in for Paducah Tilghman. Zayden Martin checks out for Henderson County. Malachi Taylor comes back in. Johnson has it for Henderson County. Works it down the right side to Byram. Byram back out to Jones. Byram will try the three again, and he bags it. Knocking down back-to-back threes for Henderson County. And a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout for Paducah Tilghman. 26-9 is the score. Henderson County on top and on a bit of a roll here with 5:10 to play in the second quarter. Tilghman wanted to talk about it, trying to find some answers. They've not been able to kind of get in a set in this first half. Obviously, they want to run. They want to get out, but some things to work on. Still trying to get better. New staff, new guys, new rotations. So it's, a lot of new things, even though there's a lot of these moving parts that were here a season ago. When you throw in a new staff and new things they want to do, trying to learn all that stuff and put it all together it's not easy. So we'll see what happens here as Carruthers will dribble it up on the inbound from Forthman. He gets across the timeline, works down the left side, gets to Perdaman on the right corner. Didn't take the three, dribbled in, gets it back to Forthman. He tries the three from the left wing, no good. Rebounded, Byram comes the other way for Henderson County. He's going to drive down the lane, has it knocked away, and it's going to be a foul. Let's see who they call that on. I believe that's going to be on Perdaman. So Jamarian picks up his first foul of the game. Third team foul here in the quarter. Just 2 team fouls for Henderson County, and Jaron Byram will go to the line for 2. First one rattles home and is good. For as much as we thought Xavier Johnson was going to be a guy we were going to have to keep our eyes on, tonight it's Jaron Byram who stepped up. He's got 9 with 1 more to go to get into double digits here with in just a quarter and a half. Missed that one. Rebound by Thompson, and he was pushed in the back by Jones. And so it'll be Tilghman ball on the foul. A couple of more subs in for Henderson County as Landon Smith comes back in, and Marion Isabel comes back in. Arthur has it for Tilghman, has it on the baseline, tried to get it along the baseline to Forthman, had it deflected out of bounds. So it's Arthur, Carruthers, Forthman, Thompson, and Dabney in for Paducah Tilghman. Forthman has the open 3 from the wing. It bounced high off the backboard, did not fall. Rebound Henderson County. Johnson has it. Johnson works into front court. Takes the dribble down the right side of the lane. Shot no good. Rebound by Dabney. Dabney gets it out to Forthman, and Forthman is coming the other way. Watch for the back tip, and they took it right away. Back tip taken away, Henderson County. Get it to Johnson. Back out on top, being hounded by Carruthers. Driving down the lane, the shot up, no good, and Carruthers, I think, swatted him from behind. That was Malachi Taylor who tried to take the shot, and yeah, Carruthers is going to pick up the foul there. That's the second on Warren. Team 4th here in the quarter, 27-9 the score. Henderson County has a chance to stretch it to 20 right here. Malachi Taylor knocks down the first free throw, and he does. Stretch it to 19. Forthman will take a seat back into the game. Into the game for the first time, I believe. Is that Jaden Powell? Yeah, Jaden Powell checks into the game, and he knocks it down. It's a 20-point lead for Henderson County. Taken away by Henderson as Tilghman was trying to bring it up the floor. Right back to the basket goes Malachi Taylor, and he lays it up and in. Thompson up to Jaden Powell. Powell, the layup, no good. Tap back out. Henderson County has it. Here they come the other way. Driving right down the lane and running over Warren Carruthers was Braden Dennis. He commits the charge. As Carruthers was set, he just plowed over him. Quickly, Powell back out of the game. Back in. Arthur drops it off for Dabney, who lays it up and in. They're going to call the charge on him. It rolled off. I take that back. It rolled off, but that's going to go on Elijah Dabney. That'll be his first foul. That was the 5th foul. That would have put them in the bonus. Although I guess this was a player control foul. That's not a shooting foul. But next time, Henderson County will go to the line for the last 3.5 minutes of the quarter. Isabel kicks it in the corner to Taylor. Taylor tries to go baseline. They get it back out to Isbell. He goes cross court and throws it away. Was trying to get it to Landon Smith, and it was over his head. Looks like starters getting ready to come back in. Line change for Henderson County. Yeah, starting 5 back in for them. They were all on the bench. Tilghman has Carruthers and Skinner, Dabney, Thompson, and Arthur taken away. Stewart takes it down the other end, laid it up, and because some fingers got caught in the net, I think the basket's going to count. foul's going to be on, I guess foul's going to be on Skinner. Amari Stewart will go to the line for 2. Makes the first one. It is about as bad a start as you could have if you're Tilghman. And the hole keeps getting deeper. Free throw off the front end. Arthur has it. He brings it up. Trying to push, lays it off for Carruthers. Carruthers with the wild pass underneath to Thompson. It's up and in. Avery Thompson with his first basket. He was running the baseline. Johnson to Martin. Martin works against Thompson. Gets it back to Johnson. Johnson will try the 3, and he's fouled by Skinner as he went flying by. Missed the 3, but he'll end up with 3 free throws. That's the second foul on Kalen Skinner already. And it would have been a shooting foul anyway, but it'll be 3 free throws here. Lockridge set to check back in for Tilghman. His first, tonight's his first action of the season. He was in the game a little earlier. Johnson knocks down the free throw, the first one. He's got 2 more. Second one. In. Drops that one in just over the front of the iron. So John Lockridge will check back in for Paducah Tilghman. Lockridge, the sophomore. Johnson at the line for Henderson County, knocks down all 3 of his free throws. He's got 5 in the game. They get it to Thompson. Tried to get it back to Dabney. Arthur has it. He puts up the little floater in the lane, and it's good. Tyson Arthur knocks down 1. Henderson County comes the other way. They drive the lane. They dish off to Williams, and he lays it up off the glass and in. The big guy down there on the baseline. They almost took it away. Not a crisp pass there on the right side to Lockridge. He didn't come back to meet it. Henderson County knocked it away. Still Tilghman ball as it went out of bounds. Carruthers has it. Carruthers sort of being directed to the right side. They drops it back off to Lockridge, to Thompson on the left side. He'll try a long 3. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Byram. Byram gets it up to Johnson. Johnson drives into the lane. Kicks out to Stewart for the 3 out of the left corner, no good. Rebound by Byram. Taken away by Carruthers. Carruthers will take it and lay it up off the glass and in. Warren Carruthers with his first field goal of the game. 37-15 the score. Henderson County on top big here at Otis Denning. Johnson with it for Henderson County. Henderson working on Carruthers. Drops it down to Stewart, running the baseline. It was up and no good, the shot, but he was fouled. Take your pick. There were a couple of white jerseys down there. Going to be on Carruthers. That's 3 on Warren. So Amari Stewart goes to the line for Henderson County. Knocks down the first free throw. Aiden Forthman comes back in for Carruthers. As Carruthers will take a seat with those 3 fouls here in the first half. Byram comes out of the game for favor of Little for Henderson County. Second free throw from Stewart, no good. Rebound by Lockridge. Forthman gets it back to Lockridge. Lockridge gets it into front court. Forthman has it on the left side. A head fake, gets it back to Lockridge. Lockridge comes to the right side, tries to drop it into Dabney. Kicks it back out to Forthman to Lockridge. He'll try the 3, in and out, no good. Rebound Thompson. Thompson gets it back out to Forthman, who will pop a 3, no good. Dabney and Thompson both in there trying to get the rebound. Dabney gets it to Forthman, tries to go to Thompson on the pass. 3 maroon shirts there, and the other way goes Henderson County, and scoring the basket is Travis Little. 40-15 here inside the final minute of the quarter. Going to be a tough halftime. Thompson loses the handle on it, but gets it to Forthman. Forthman back to Thompson. 41 seconds to go. Lockridge has it, drops it into Dabney. Dabney has it disturbed. Back to Lockridge. He's going to drive in, lay up the floater. No good. Comes off the front of the iron. I think they're going to call the block on Henderson County because I don't know that Lockridge had a place to come down. That's what the call is going to be. It's going to be on number 21, Xavier Jones for Henderson County, and Lockridge will make his first trip to the line. Misses the first one. I have to hit these free throws. Second one on the way is good. 50% at the line, 3 of 6 for Tilghman here in half number one. In the final 30 seconds, Johnson bringing it up. Forthman, little token pressure there. Johnson just gets it across the line. 20 seconds. Going to wait for 10 to make something happen. He has Stewart lined up to his right. Kind of gives the bump to Forthman because he wants it. Johnson wants it. He's been held to 4 points here and a timeout with 8.6 seconds. A full timeout for Henderson County. No, was that a turnover? I guess was that a 5-second call? 5-second call. I thought he called a timeout. Forthman has it with 4 seconds to go, trying to find a man. Lockridge will pop the three from the corner at the buzzer. No good. And that's how we end the first half. 40-16, Henderson County on top. We'll come back and talk about it on the halftime show right after this here on Super Talk.
At Paducah Public Schools, our schools are small enough for students to be known by name and need, but big enough for students to receive the support and extracurricular opportunities needed to succeed at a top-tier college across the nation. To schedule a visit for your child, call us today at 270-444-5600. That's 270-444-5600. Paducah Public Schools. Small school advantage, big school opportunities.
Thanks to our highly skilled and compassionate team, Baptist Health Paducah has received a national 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. This means that no other regional hospital and only 4 other hospitals across Kentucky can provide the levels of safety, quality, and patient experience that you'll find with us. All-star team, 5-star care. Only at Baptist Health Paducah. Learn more at baptisthealth.com/Paducah.
When Kit Mo's started up, making sure you had what you needed for whatever job you were doing, gas was about 36 cents a gallon. You could mail a letter for 6 cents, 8 tracks were fresh and new, and lava lamps were the big hot thing. 55 years later, things are different, except for Kit Mo. When you got a job to do, you
So Callaway beats the Graves County girls 52-40 over there at the Eagles Nest tonight. The boys, on the other hand, Graves County's leading Callaway 30-25 at the half. At the end of the first quarter over in Draftonville, it's Marshall County leading Carlisle 18-12. Matthew Lange with 6 in that one. Ryan Stokes with 5 for Marshall County. They've got 11 of the 18 between the two of them in that one. So we'll keep an eye on those scores as we go through the rest of the evening here. As it stands here, it's going to be Tilghman ball to start half number 2. Starters back in. Forthman gets it back to Carruthers. Carruthers to Perdaman on the right side. Back to Carruthers. As Tillman's going right to left on your radio dial. Get it to Forthman, who ran the baseline. Turnaround jumper, no good. Dabney with the putback. No good, but he's fouled. Foul is going to be on number 1, Amari Stewart. That'll be his first. That's his second. No, it is his first. My bad. Scorer accidentally hit 2, and Dabney misses the first 2 free throws. Again, Tilghman was 50% from the line at the first half. They need to get that number up a little bit. They keep it at 50% because he knocks down the second one. Dabney now with 2 points in the game. Henderson County comes back the other way. Stewart has it, working against Thompson, trying to get it across the timeline. Lost the handle, out of bounds. It's going to be Tilghman ball. Stewart just flat lost it as he tried to cross over. Henderson coaches, Tyler Smithart wanted it to be Henderson ball. Thought Avery got a piece of it, but he didn't. Carruthers works it down the left side, pops the 3, no good. Rebound by Perdaman, put back up and in. Perdaman there to clean things up. He's got 5 in the game. Back the other way comes Henderson County. Need a couple of stops here to try to get back in this. It's still a 21-point game. As Johnson, who really hadn't gotten going tonight, gives it up. 3-pointer, no good. That was Byram, who knocked down a couple in the first half. Comes back the other way for Tilghman. Carruthers, who's had a shoe change at halftime. He drives into the lane, kicks it back to Thompson. Thompson fakes the 3 to Forthman on the left wing. Inside to Dabney, spins, puts it up, no good, rimmed out. Forthman with the rebound, tried to get it to Perdaman. It bounced off his foot and out of bounds. Forthman was going to the floor, and in an effort to try to keep, from getting the steps called, he tries to pass it off to Perdaman, and it just was a little low. So a turnover here, and Johnson with it for Henderson County, working against Forthman into front court. Johnson on that left wing. Back to the near side. Byram has it. Working against Perdaman. Thought he walked there. Way out up high is Williams. They get it back to Stewart, who drives the lane. He puts up the shot off the glass, no good, and they're going to call a foul inside. It looks like it's going to be on Williams for Henderson County on the rebound. So the bump from Brayton Williams on the rebound, that's his 3rd foul of the game. So Carruthers with it. Gets it to Forthman, who runs up the left sideline. Gets almost into the lane, back to Carruthers, who drives in, goes up and under around Williams. Carruthers with the layup. And it's a 19-point game with 6:09 to play. See if Tilghman can put together a run here. 30-second timeout for Paducah Tilghman. Actually, Henderson County called a timeout. I saw the Tilghman guys asking if it was a 30. That's why I thought they were giving the 30 signal, but it is looks like a 30-second timeout here for Henderson County. We'll keep it here with 6:09 to play in quarter number 3. 40-21 is the score. Henderson County's on top. You get some stops here, and you got a quarter and 2/3. See if you can make something happen here. Lineup for Paducah Tilghman. You got Carruthers, Thompson, Forthman, Dabney, and Perdaman. Henderson County ball under the Tilghman basket, and they come the other way with Johnson working against Forthman. A little bit of token pressure in the backcourt. Get it to Stewart on the left side. On the sideline, Thompson knocked it away from him out of bounds. It'll stay with Henderson County. Stewart throws it into the backcourt for Johnson. Forthman goes and takes it away. Had to try to save it back in bounds. Ball's loose. Johnson comes up with it, gets it on the baseline, and taken away by Carruthers. Carruthers tried to go the home run pass. It got tipped, and it's back to Henderson County. Wild cross-court pass on the baseline. They get it back to Johnson on the top. He drives in the lane. He walks. Shot went down, but he took steps before he got there. So a Henderson County turnover, and it comes back the other way. Wild sequence there. Carruthers with it. Some full-court pressure from Henderson County as Stewart tries to take it away. Carruthers gets it into front court, gets all the way to the free throw line. Back to Thompson. Forthman on the left wing. He's going to drive in. The high pass, not a good one. Taken away, and Henderson County comes back the other way, and Zayden Martin lays it in off the glass and is fouled by Thompson. That's going to be the first foul on Thompson in the game. Thompson fouled him to try to keep from scoring and keep it from going in, but it went in, and Zayden Martin knocks down the and one. He's got 7 in the game now for Henderson County. Berdeman with the ball, working up the right side, double teamed in the corner. It was knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Tilghman. Berdeman will inbound. He gets it to Stewart, right back to Berdeman. Berdeman on the right side, loses the dribble. Ball's loose on the floor, and Carruthers comes up with it. There were bodies on the floor. Behind the back pass to Forthman. Forthman tries to go in the corner to Thompson. It's taken away by Johnson. Drives down the lane between two defenders, and Xavier Johnson knocks down the layup. 45-21 the score. Thompson with it. Little trouble on the near side. Almost stepped out of bounds. High, kind of wild pass. Almost intercepted by Henderson County and knocked away. It's going to stay with Tilghman, but some of these passes are part of the issue. Berdeman has it, just tried to put his head down and go up the sideline. Like he's going to be, there's a whistle blown there, and I think, did he go out of bounds or did they call the foul? So I think maybe a sideline warning for for Smithart, the Henderson County coach, in the midst of all that as well. It's Henderson County ball anyway. Johnson working against Thompson. Johnson works down that left side. He's kind of dribbled into the lane. They get it back to him in the corner. Now has Dabney switched off on him. Johnson looks to take him off the dribble. Gets down inside. Tried to spin move. Size wouldn't let him. They get it back out. Knocked away, and it's going to be on Thompson, I believe. Reaching in. Or are they going to call the block on Dabney? That's his second. Got to call the block as Martin was trying to drive by. Three-pointer from the corner from Byram, no good. Dabney comes the other way and lays it up and is fouled by Amari Stewart. Shot didn't go down, so Dabney will have 2. That's the second foul on Amari Stewart for Henderson County. So Dabney hits the first free throw. So Jamarion Isbell and Malachi Taylor check back in for Henderson County. As Dabney's at the line, he's got one more. And he makes them both. 3 out of 4 in this half from the free throw line. All 3 of his points in the half. He has 4 in the game. All 3 of them are at the free throw line. Isabel works on the right side between the circles. Thompson picks him up in that zone. Isabel drives into the lane. They kick it to Stewart in the far corner, taken away by Thompson. Thompson, quick kick to Carruthers. He's in the middle of the lane and he lays it up and in. Thompson threaded the needle. Full court pressure from Tilghman, and we're going to get a foul on that, and it's going to be on Carruthers, and that'll be number 4 on him. So Carruthers will take a seat, and that's Kalen Stewart will come back in. John Lockridge checks in as well for Paducah Tilghman in favor of Dabney. Give him a break, I believe. No, Dabney's still in there. Isabel working on the far side. He drives just inside the three-point line. Moves it back outside. Now Johnson has it way out high on that left wing. Working around Stewart. Shot three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Henderson County, put back up and in by Malachi Taylor. He's got 8. Thompson gets it to Skinner. Skinner, the pass ahead was tipped out of bounds. I thought Henderson County got the last touch on that, but they say Tilghman did, and it's going to go back to Henderson County. So Johnson will inbound it to Isabel. He gives it back to Johnson. Token pressure from Tilghman. 47-25 is the score here with 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Give it to Isbell, working to get Skinner. Back out high. Now they get it to Johnson, who tried to go underneath, and they're going to call it a charge underneath. And I believe that's going to be on Landon Smith, his first. Skinner up to Lockridge. Lockridge drives, tries to put up the shot, no good. Thompson with the putback. Thompson kind of had to spin in the lane to get that one up. Henderson County comes the other way, and it's knocked away by Tilghman. Still, Henderson County has it. Johnson pull up from 14, no good. Dabney with the rebound, gives it to Lockridge. Lockridge off to Thompson. He'll bring it into front court. Thompson working one-on-one. Kicks it in the corner to Skinner. The 3, no good. They're going to call a foul on the ground, on the floor, and I believe that's going to go on Xavier Johnson. That'll be a foul on Xavier Johnson on the rebound. So that is the 15th foul. So that should be a shooting foul, and it is, as Jamarian Perdaman is going to the line. So Perdaman will shoot the 2 foul shots. The county leads by 20. Perdaman rattles it home. He has 6 now in the game. It's Perdaman, Lockridge, Dabney, Skinner, and Thompson in the game for Tilghman. Second free throw from Perdaman is good. He's 3 out of 4 at the line for the game. Isabel brings it up against Skinner, gets into front court. Still dribbling out there near that half-court line. Now dribbles down the right side of the lane. He picked up his dribble, and I believe they're going to call the foul on Kalen Skinner. But Isabel got wild and actually, he got ahead of himself. His momentum nearly took him to an extra step. I thought it was pretty close to an extra step, but they said the foul happened before that. 2:15 to play here in the third quarter. 47-29 the score. It is an 18-point lead right now for Henderson County. Quick timeout, back with more in a minute here on Super Talk.
At Lee's Heating and Air, they promise when you call them, you'll get the very best. An honest assessment of your problem and what you need. Then they'll do the right thing for you, whether it's emergency service, regular maintenance, including cleaning dryer vents to reduce fire threat, or partnering with your business. Just like Bryant Heating and Cooling System says, whatever it takes. That's a promise for everyone at Lee's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable at the best price. That's Lee's Heating and Air. Like them on Facebook or see more at leesheatingandair.com. That's leesheatingandair.com.
Thought that was a full. That was just a 30. Henderson County to inbound it. They get it to Isbell. Isbell working on Skinner. Skinner closes it up to get the count going. Isbell drives in. He puts up the floater in the lane. No good. Rebound and put back up. Blocked by Thompson, who came down awkwardly on the ankle. And he's sort of twisted that, but he's back up and moving again. Lockridge ended up on the floor as well. Henderson County still has it. Isabel with the ball out high. Thompson reaching down for that ankle. That's still a little soft, but he's still going out there against Malachi Taylor. They're on the near side. Travis Little. Little, top of the key. Lockridge tried to reach around and back tip it all the way around him, but it's going to go as a foul on John Lockridge. So Little will go to the line. Hits the first free throw. He's got 5 in the game now. Little has one more. So Aiden Forthman comes back in, and Perdaman will take a seat. Forthman gets it to Skinner into front court to Thompson right at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, no good. Kind of missed everything. That ankle's bothering him. Didn't find his range there and went out of bounds. It's going to go back to Henderson County, and they are trying to bring it up under some pressure. Skinner and Forthman basically had Isabel tied up back there in the backcourt. And so Henderson County calls the timeout to save possession with 1:16 to play here in the quarter. They were up on top by 20, 49-29. It's a full timeout this time. We will take another timeout. Back with more in a minute here on Super Talk.
Locally owned, family operated, and committed to supporting this community in its future. James Marine is all that and more. JMI has locations in Kentucky, Louisiana, and Alabama that offer job variety and opportunities for growth in the inland river transportation industry. Find your new career at jamesmarine.com. James Marine is an equal opportunity employer, including disability and protected veteran status, and they are proud to share in the excellence and tradition of Paducah Tilghman sports.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on Super Talk.
It's kind of been a rough night for the Tornado. They're trailing by 20 here with 1:16 to go in the quarter. Both teams in the bonus because 5 team fouls both ways. So basically any non-offensive foul, any defensive foul is going to be a shooting foul. Johnson to inbound for Henderson County. He gets it into Stewart. Stewart brings it into front court. Back to Johnson on the right side, working against John Lockridge. Johnson dribbles around between the circles. Tries to work down the right side of the lane. Make the shot. Pass off into the corner. And Henderson County will dribble back out and reset. Stewart has it up top. Looking for some help. Hands it off to Johnson right at the center line. He tries to go by Forthman. He does. Has the jump step going into the lane. No good. Rebound batted around. Lockridge comes out with it. Throws it ahead to Forthman. He manages to take the Euro step. The shot no good. He got bumped, but no call. Dabney with it back. Lockridge, he'll step through. Long three-pointer for Skinner, and it's good. Kalen Skinner knocks down the 3 from the left corner. 49-32. Stewart, some pressure from Tillman. They get it up on the far side. Stewart drives down the lane, kicks it back out to Byram, to Johnson, down to Stewart on the baseline, and Dabney comes in and fouls him. Dabney was trying to close out, and just a little bit of a bump there, and so Elijah Dabney will pick up his 3rd foul, and that'll send Amari Stewart to the line for Henderson County. First point of the half for him as he knocks down the free throw. He's got 6 in the game. Shot is up and good. The second one. Wolfram into the game for Paducah Tilghman. Wolfram seen much of him. We saw a lot of him in Carlisle County. Gets it to Thompson, down to Dabney, tries to go underneath the Wolfram, and it's taken away as time expires here in the quarter. 51-32. Pick things up each quarter. Only 7 points in that first quarter. 9 points in the second quarter. 16 points there in the third quarter. So things are picking up for Paducah Tilghman, but long way to go. 51-32 is the score here as we are at the end of quarter number 3. We got one more to go. With timeout and back with more in a minute here on Super Talk.
When it comes to opening a new bank account, I have very high opening requirements. Amazingly, F&B Bank's Your Start Bundle Checking Plus Savings pulls out all the stops. A 2.25% APY on your first $15,000, free nationwide ATMs, a great mobile app, and more. Hey, when you need a bank that complies with your terms, it's not about small print. It's your big goals and dreams. Get your start at F&B. APY is annual percentage yield. Standard rate of 0.20% APY will apply to balances over $15,000. See bank for terms and conditions. F&B Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on News Talk 94.3.
8 minutes to go. 1 quarter remaining. Here at Otis Denny Gymnasium, it's the one appearance the Tornado will have in here in the month of December. They won't be back until January 13th. Henderson County with the ball. Johnson dribbles down the left side, takes it all the way to the rack, and lays it up and in. Xavier Johnson now with 9 points in the game. 3 from the corner from Lockridge, no good. Rebound by Henderson County, although taken away by Thompson. Thompson, he'll turn and pop the 3. Nothing but the bottom there. 3 points. 3-pointer for Avery Thompson. Still kind of favoring that ankle just a little bit. A bit of a bump as Johnson goes down that lane again. Tries to lay it up off the glass. Rebound by Thompson. Thompson comes out with it. Tries to split 2 defenders. Does. Pull and pop from 3. Straight away, and it's good. Back-to-back 3-pointers for Avery Thompson. That's the lead to 15. Couple of stops here. Who knows? You can get back into this thing. Stewart has it for Henderson County. They get it to Johnson over on the far side. They switch off and Thompson gets him. They go out high to the big man. To Byram. Now Stewart has it. Stewart goes down the lane. Hop step. Blocked by Thompson and out of bounds. Nice block by Avery Thompson. Brayton Williams will go out of the game in favor of Alex Xavier Jones for Henderson County. It's Skinner, Dabney, Lockridge, Wolfram, and Thompson in for Tilghman. They throw it all the way into the backcourt and out of bounds. They tried to throw it down the sideline, did Henderson County, and they threw it away. It went out of bounds right there by the... I don't know why Tillman's going to get the ball down here on the base. I guess just nobody touched it. I guess that was it. So Tilghman will have it on the baseline under Henderson County's basket. Have to come to the full length of the court. Skinner to Wolfram. Wolfram is going to drive the lane, puts up the floater, and it's good. Charlie Wolfram with a bucket here in the fourth quarter. 13 points the difference now. And a bump from behind by Skinner. That'll be 4 fouls on him. As he was going for the back tap, he kind of came up and breaks put on by Henderson County, and it'll be a Henderson County ball underneath their own basket on the far side, on the bench side of the floor. Johnson will inbound, gets it in. Some trouble turnaround, no good. Rebound by Dabney for Paducah Tilghman. Martin couldn't get it to go down, and Thompson's got it coming into front court. Got kind of mugged by Martin there. Martin all over him and no call. Wolfram with the ball. Passes out of the double team to Thompson, back to Wolfram. They get it to Skinner down to the right corner. Skinner goes to Dabney. Dabney working on Johnson. They're going to call Johnson for the body, as they were kind of going at it there, and that'll put... Wasn't shooting, so it'll be Tilghman ball on the baseline under their own basket on that far side, on the bench side, that right side of their court. So Johnson, or the inbound from Thompson to Skinner to Lockridge. Lockridge with the spinning floater, and he's fouled. Shot doesn't go, but Lockridge is going to go to the line for two. On the block by Travis Little. That's his second. Lockridge will have two. Hits the first one. He's got 3 points in the game. Carruthers checks back in for Paducah Tilghman. Second free throw is good. They've cut it to 11. 53-42 is the score right now with 5:44 to play. This thing may not be over. Get it to Byram over on the far side. Back out front to Little. Out to Johnson. Johnson working on Carruthers. They go in the corner to Byram. He fires that three, no good. High rebound, and Thompson and let's see who it's Little. Thompson and Little both went up for the rebound. Little ended up on the floor, so the foul ends up on Thompson. That's just his second. It'll be Henderson County ball under their basket. Again, just an 11-point lead now from Henderson County. They were up 24 at one point. They get it inbound off the baseline pass. No good. The shot no good. Second shot no good by Johnson. He's in traffic. He goes up. Dabney and Wolfram are straight up. I don't know what they can do there. Dabney's going to get the foul. That's 4 on Elijah Dabney, and that will put Xavier Johnson at the line. Johnson with his first free throw. Makes it. Stretches the lead back to 12. Arthur checks back in for Dabney for Paducah Tilghman. So it's Carruthers, Arthur, Lockridge, Thompson, and Wolfram in for the Tornado right now. Johnson at the line for his second one for Henderson County, and he rattles it home. He's got 11 in the game. Tilghman coming the other way. Henderson County up by 13. Cross-court pass intercepted. Not a smart pass. They get it to Little. Little sidesteps Carruthers, misses the layup. Second follow, no good. Third follow. Taylor knocks it down. He's got 10. That stretches it back to 15. And Arthur bumped from behind. He put on the brakes, and Travis Little, ran in the back of him. That's going to be the third on Travis Little. Tilghman will inbound from the near side. They inbound into backcourt. Carruthers gets it. No pressure. He brings it, drives it right into the lane, slips and falls. Over to Wolfram. He tries the three, no good. Tapped around, and Henderson County comes out with a rebound. Henderson County got 3 shots back there, just 1 for Tilghman. Taken away by Wolfram. He intercepts the pass. He goes up to lay it in, and it's blocked by Amari Stewart, and they're going to say Stewart got some arm. Not sure about that, but try to call it as fair as I can. Not sure about that, but we'll take it. Wolfram will go to the line. He had 14 against Carlisle the other night. Just 2 here in this one. Has a chance to add to that. First free throw, rattled in and out. Looked good. It got all of the inside of the iron, and it popped back out. The lead is 15 for Henderson County. Tillman's closed it up. Closed it up a little bit more to 14 there as Wolfram hits the second free throw. Johnson has it under a little bit of pressure from Lockridge in the backcourt for Henderson County. Does get across the timeline. 4:25 to play in the game. Need a couple of stops. Henderson County content to kind of hold it a little bit. Kind of spreading their offense, and taking some time, taking some hair out of the ball. Sort of forced Lockridge to foul as Johnson makes the move past him. So just the fourth foul, so that's not a shooting foul. They'll have it inbound. I was ready to give him a couple of free throws there, but Dabney will check back in, and Arthur will check out for Tilghman. Long pass, tipped out of bounds. Amari Stewart couldn't handle it for Henderson County. It goes out of bounds, goes back to Tilghman. 14 points the difference. Thompson will have it. Back to Carruthers. Carruthers to Thompson. Thompson will bring it across. He gets it to Dabney, who makes a move into the lane, kicks it back to Carruthers. He goes flying down the floater, no good. It was too high off the glass. Back the other way comes Henderson County. Johnson with it, splits a couple of defenders. Carruthers tried the back tip, didn't get him. Unfortunately, didn't get the foul. Johnson spins in the lane, takes too many steps. The pass out on the far side to Byram. Back to Little. Little bumped a little bit there, no call. Little almost has the pass taken away. Thompson almost he was almost able to intercept it. Stewart goes falling down as he was trying to run the baseline. It ended up in the hands of Malachi Taylor, and he ended up putting it up and in. He's got 12 points, and back the other way. Carruthers down on the floor. Fouled by Little. Little picks up his fourth foul as Warren Carruthers goes to the line. First trip to the line tonight for Warren, and he hits that one. 59-44 is the score. 15 points the difference with 3:14 to play. Marion Perdaman checks back in for Tilghman, so it's Perdaman, Dabney. Carruthers at the line. He missed the second free throw, and Stewart rebounded it. Wolfram and Dabney, the other two Tornado on the floor. Johnson was dribbling deep in the backcourt. In fact, he circled way back around. The foul's going to be on Warren Carruthers, and that is his fifth. That's it for him. Carruthers will finish with 7 points on the night. So Aiden Forthman will check back in for Paducah Tilghman. So Xavier Johnson will be at the line this time for two. Makes the first one. Checking back in, Braden Williams for Henderson County. They get their big man back in. Johnson at the line for his second free throw. It is up and it is good. 61-44 the score as Henderson County tries to stretch it back out. Wolfram with the ball for Tilghman into front court. Gets it in the right corner to Perdaman. Perdaman cross court to Thompson, who pops the three. No good. Rebound. Loose on the floor. Forthman tried to come up with it, but Henderson County has it. The floater, no good. Back up and in by Malachi Taylor. Taylor tried the little floater and he left it short, and he went back and got it and put up the second shot and got it in. 63-44 the score now. Forthman trying to find some help, gets it to Thompson. Thompson, the pull-up jumper from about 15, no good. Wolfram with the rebound, and he kind of comes down and lands on the foot of Zayden Martin. Martin will pick up the foul in that case, since both teams are in the bonus. That'll put Wolfram at the line. So Wolfram puts it up, no good, off the back of the iron. .26 to play. Wolfram hits the second one. He's got 4 in the game. Johnson comes the other way for Henderson County, working against Aiden Forthman. Tries to spin around Forthman, almost hooked him. Backs it up into the circle. Now he's going to go again down that left side of the lane, then backs it out. They're content to air it out. They've got a big lead here. They don't want to do anything silly to sort of give Tilghman any hope here with 2 minutes to play. He drives kind of in the lane, kicks it back out to Taylor. Taylor working against Perdaman. He drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Johnson, and they reset. Spreading the floor is Henderson County here with their lead. 18 points is the lead at the moment. Johnson with it, gets it to Stewart on that left side against Thompson. Thompson tried to reach in and take it away. They get it to their big man, Williams. And timeout. Henderson County with 1:29 to play. They lead 18, 63-45. Quick timeout, back with more in a minute on Super Talk.
When you work hard, the tools you use are just part of life. The way you get from one place to another, or a job well done. And when it's time to bring your tool set up to the next level, like trading in that old truck for something new, Seaplant Federal Credit Union is right there with you, with fast and easy financing. Get pre-approved and value your trade without even leaving the house. Being a member of Seaplant makes the banking side of things exactly as it should be. Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Banking for real life. Member NCUA. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Paducah Tilghman Basketball on News Talk 94.3.
Back here at Otis Denning Gymnasium with 1:29 to play in the only game the boys have here at home. And Tilghman trails this one 63-45. They're down 18 to Henderson County. Henderson County inbounds the ball out of the timeout. Driving right down the lane, the floater off the glass and good. Stretches it back out to 20 for Malachi Taylor. He's got 16 in the game. He's been big for them tonight. Thompson gets it to Wolfram on the right side into the corner to Forthman. He'll try the three, in and out, no good. Tapped around and out of bounds off the hands of Amari Stewart. For Henderson County, it will stay with Paducah Tilghman. 1:08 to play. Line change as the first and second teamers come out for Henderson County with 1:08 to go and a 20-point lead. Perdaman inbounds to Thompson on the oop. He lays it up and in. Off the inbound pass, we're going to see some subs for Tilghman come in as well. As Scheidler dribbling the ball around for Henderson County, splits two defenders, tries to stay with it. It was tapped away and knocked out of bounds. And it'll go to Paducah, or it will go to Henderson County. And the line change here for the Tornado. As Mosby checks into the game, Jackson, Lee. Let's see, Jade Powell into the game, and Skinner for Paducah Tilghman. Henderson County inbounds it, and immediately the three up, no good, tapped out of bounds. It'll go to Tilghman. It was... looks like Wyatt Townsend, the sophomore, stepped up and popped the three, but it went out of bounds. Mosby into Skinner, back to Mosby. He gets it up court to Jackson, the volleyball tip, tries to get it over to Powell, and is taken away by Henderson County. 36 seconds to go, not wise. 18 points is the lead. And Henderson County, the scoop, and no good. Jackson Lee with the rebound. Lee will bring it up. Working down the right side, looking for help from Mosby, who got tripped up and ended up out of bounds, but he's back in. They give it to Jackson. Jackson off of Mosby's foot, and there it goes back to Henderson County with 10 seconds to go. 65-47. And Henderson County content not to take the shot there, so that's what the final score will be. 65-47. Henderson County gets the win. They move to 2-1 on the season. The Tornado moved to 0-2 in this new era. They will be back in action in Carbondale in a shootout up there at Carbondale Community on Friday. Won't be able to be there with that one, but they'll be in action, and I will be with Paducah Tilghman with the boys coming up on Saturday at Beaver Dam at the Ohio County Tourism Classic for the Beaver Dam Tourism Classic at Ohio County High School. That's what it is. That's coming up on Saturday, and that's a 6:30 scheduled tip-off. These will be on the air a little after 6 for that one. We'll take a timeout right here. We'll come back. We'll look at some numbers, and we'll give you some scoring rundown after this post-game show coming up here on Super Talk.
The Paducah Innovation Hub is building a better Paducah by helping students gain the knowledge, soft skills, and job training they need to succeed. Call us at 270-444-5600 to find out more about how we can help